Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now on the 24th of December 2022. Last week I said that I was having a family lunch out and I was wondering if people would be asking me about my stance on the lurgy and everything else. Didn't have much of that, but for part of the lunch I was sitting next to my brother's girlfriend, and I can't remember saying this, but she reckons that a couple of years ago I said something along the lines of, well, I'm going to give the Big V 2 years. I'm not going to rush into it. I'm going to give it 2 years, see how the land lies, and then make a decision at that point. And I know obviously I was sort of thinking to myself, I'm never going to have the thing, but to appease her and others, I might have said, well, at least give it 2 years. And of course, 2 years has gone by and she was sitting there saying, so Tim, are you going to have the Big V now that 2 years has gone by? And because after all, sort of your brother and I haven't sprouted two heads or anything like that. And I just inwardly shook my head and thought, honestly, do you think if I've kind of gone 2 years with all sorts of threats and intimidation, etc., and come through this far without having it, do you think I'm really going to sort of go and get it now? So I couldn't really believe the question, to be honest with you. But then I went on to say, especially as so much is coming out now about the, all the adverse things going on, and I kind of ended the conversation, which didn't go on very long, to be honest with you, and it was perfectly amicable. But I was saying, about the sort of problems with thing in there and all the rest of it. So I'm hoping I kind of planted a little bit of a seed of doubt into her mind. But bearing in mind that it's Christmas Eve now, Christmas Day tomorrow, quite honestly, the best present I could get from anyone who I know, friends, family, etc., who are on the other side of the lurgy argument to me, is for them to turn around and say, you know what, Tim, I don't think I'm going to have any more pokes in the arm now. That really would be the ultimate Christmas present as far as I'm concerned. And to be honest with you, if you're like that, you sort of still think the pokes in the arm are a good thing, you really need to look at the last couple of videos I've done, in particular the description box and the links in there, which will give you some really good resources as far as lots of doctors and MPs now calling for the things to be withdrawn and not used anymore. And you need to look at those really before having any more pokes. So at least do that. That would be a good Christmas present from you to me as well. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on that too long, and what I'd like to say to sort of my faithful viewers, including you, is thank you very much for your support over the year, and it's been really, really fantastic. Now, I'm going to have a few days off, probably won't be back properly until the 3rd or 4th of January. Just need to take a bit of time out, but I won't disappear altogether. What I'll probably do is every time I get some relevant thoughts into my head, or I see something, or I'm reminded of something, I'll probably just get the phone and just make a 2-minute video, and then when I've got 3 or 4 of those, I'll kind of stitch them together into a bit of a collage of thoughts, a bit like the things I've been doing recently. So and then every sort of few days I'll upload one of those. So be on the lookout for that. Probably do one sort of about halfway between Christmas and New Year, and then maybe another one, I don't know, around New Year's Eve or something. So I get comments from people a lot, either via email or Telegram, or sort of comments under these videos here, and also people coming up to me on the London shopping trips and expressing gratitude for these videos. I get comments like, you really help to keep me sane in these crazy times, or you're a voice of reason, you're a voice of sanity, in the midst of so much craziness. And other comments basically how I've been a great help to you. Well, I keep saying when I get things like that is that it's very, very much a two-way street, and your kind comments and your support, kind of knowing that I've got you out there sort of watching my videos, either most of them or a lot of them, or even all of them. I'm pretty sure a few people watch pretty much every single video I put out, and that is a real comfort to me, knowing that I've got that kind of support out there, knowing I've got those friends out there, which is how I regard you guys. And you have helped me keep my sanity over the last 2 years. There's basically 3 reasons why I do these videos. The first reason is it's like a diary. That's why I always say the date at the start of each video, because we are living in historic times, and people will be looking back on these crazy times in decades, even maybe hundreds of years to come. And if there is some kind of a record out there in the form of diaries, video diaries, I'm not saying mine will be looked at in a sort of historical way, but if enough of us make enough of a record, it's going to be a help in the future, hopefully to prevent anything like this ever happening again, because I'll look back on what's happened and see the mistakes and hopefully learn from it and ensure nothing like that ever happens again. So that's the first reason. The second reason is basically a record for myself, how I've kind of coped and sort of with this. I might look back on these videos in times to come, and as a personal thing for me to draw on. And then the third really reason is my mental health. I think this has helped me to give me an outlet for all of my frustrations and sort of hopelessness and anger. Yeah, I've been sort of very angry at times, as I'm sure you have been as well. And I think venting that through these videos has helped my mental health, probably my health generally, a lot. So, they're the 3 reasons. But I've been surprised at how many people have ended up viewing these videos. When I first started, I was only obviously just getting a handful of views. I sort of thought if I got a couple of dozen views, I was doing well at one stage. But it's been a surprise to me just how fantastic amount of support I've got from these videos, from you guys. And I feel very privileged to have been in a position to help you guys out, and I really am grateful for being able to do that for you. And like I say, very much a two-way street. You guys have helped me out no end, so I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for your continued sort of viewing of my sort of ramblings and rantings, and I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas, or sort of whatever you want to describe it as in your own way of celebrating this time of year, and a very happy and prosperous 2023. I am personally optimistic for 2023. I think we're making great strides, and I think the other side are starting to get desperate, starting to get frightened even, dare I say. And you only have to look at New Zealand, the so-called or supposed head of their intelligence services, that woman with the funny little curl of hair there, who looks very much like Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians. Honestly, where do they get these people from? You've got Klaus Schwab, who looks like your archetypal Bond villain, Blofeld or whoever, and then you've got her, who looks like she'd play Cruella de Vil very well. And but anyway, you've got the likes of her popping up saying how if you suspect any friends or family or anyone you know of being a conspiracy theorist, you should grass them up to the police. Now, that is an act of desperation, and why would you be coming out with messages like that if you thought that the likes of us were just a bunch of cranks and crazies? You wouldn't, would you? So that is a sign that they know that we are sort of making great strides, and we are about to blow their whole sorry operation and agenda sort of wide open. I'm taking things like that as a really good sign, and I think 2023 is going to be superb. We've got to keep pushing, we've got to keep taking action, and we're going to keep doing that. I certainly am. I'm going to come out into 2023 sort of raring to go and to carry things on and carrying on speaking out against all of the nonsense. So going to wish you a very, very sort of happy and superb 2023. Like I say, I'll be back very early January with videos, but look out for the odd sort of couple of collage of thoughts, I suppose I could call them, in the meantime. So I'll leave it there. Have a great Christmas, and I'll talk to you soon. Tim from Fair Play Now, thanks for watching.